Thank you. Thank you guys for joining me today. We are going to take our watches off, getting rings or necklaces that are pretty. Let's not let them interfere with what we need to do. There we go. I hope these don't interfere. These loose ones will. That one's fine. That one's fine. There we go. They're going to all interfere. They will. So let's make sure that everything comes off. So they just, I know, right? Came pretty to you guys. Look at it. Breathe in. Let's do some warm ups and move. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And as you can see, I'm stretching my fingers. Stretching my fingers. Stretching. When you work hard as I do, you're like always got these going in. We need to get them to stretch and stretch. Watch how I do that. Put my finger above the knuckles, put the rest over the knuckles. Breathe in and stretch here, nice and tight on the hand. Breathing in, and as you breathe in, you lengthen. Make sure your arm is not down here. Make sure your arm is up here. Parallel with the world. Breathe in. It's okay to open your thumb that way. Open your thumb. When we breathe in, we're breathing in 4 seconds. We're breathing out 4 seconds. When we're breathing in through our nose. When we're breathing out, we are breathing out through our nose. Again, stretch. One finger above the knuckles, the other fingers over the knuckles. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Never stop breathing through the nose. Always and forever. Breathing, breathing, good, good. I know, make sure our shoulders are dropped. Make sure our shoulders are not up in our ears. It is, you see that? It's dropped. I barely use any muscle to keep my arm up. I'm basically holding my arm up with this hand. Then we're stretching those forearms. Relax that elbow to release. Breathing out, breathing in into the stretch of your thumb. Did you see how I grabbed that? And I went here, here, and here. And that whole wrist is straight. There we go. Breathing. Never stop breathing. And release the elbow, release the thumb, release the hand. Shake that off. Nice and easy. Swing it. Very good. Breathing. Never stop breathing. Good, good, good. Let's go ahead and do it with the next one. I'm just going to put my finger above the knuckles, the rest below the knuckles. Breathing and breathing. Good, good, good. It's okay to wobble. It's okay to mosey. It's okay to flow. Flow through the stretches that we're doing today. Breathing. Make sure when you are breathing here. It feels like there's a machine here breathing. And when you breathe, you should hear your breath. You should hear your breathing coming in and out. The machine feels like it's here, but we're not using any muscles. We are breathing in the oxygen, breathing out the oxygen. No tensing the muscles, no squeezing the muscles, no, none of that. Breathe in, none of that. Just let it go. And your body is balanced. You're not breathing into the muscles. You're not crunching the muscles. You're not tightening the muscles. None of that. None of that. Breathe in. Hear your nose. Hear the oxygen go in like white noise and breathe out like white noise. Breathe in for, breathe out for. In through the diaphragm, all the way into expanding the lungs, expanding the lungs. Not the muscles are being used anywhere on your body. You are balanced and you are breathing in through the nose pore, out through the nose pore. You hear it go in, you hear it go out, out, expanding the lungs all the way through everything, the lungs. No other muscles or organs are being compromised. None of it's working together. Only the lungs or the sac is expanding like a balloon and exiting like a balloon. And you hear it happening here. You feel the mechanisms operating up here. But in reality, this mechanism, only the lungs. Only the lungs. And go into your stretch. Breathing in, breathing out. Remember to always breathe before you move. Breathe as you move. Breathe. Breathe. And when you stop your stretch, you stop your workout, you breathe. And you continue breathing in for and out for and go into your next stretch. When you breathe in, you move. You breathe out, you're stationary. You breathe and continue breathing, and you never stop breathing. In for and out for, always and forever. For all of your life, you are going to breathe in that oxygen. It is your life force. It is your life. It is your necessary need in life to breathe in and to breathe out. And release from the stretch from the elbow, release from the wrist. Turn and put one finger above the knuckles, the rest over the knuckles. Breathing through the lungs, and only the lungs is working, except for the stretch. The stretch is separate muscles. It has nothing to do with the lungs. Your muscles should not be freaking tightening when you breathe in through the lungs. Only operate the muscles that require for the stretch. Keeping your shoulder blades back, keeping your head balanced on your shoulders, making sure you are not slouching. We are not slouching. We are breathing in. Our shoulders are back, our shoulders are dropped, our shoulders are relaxed. We are breathing. We are stretching. And release. Again, breathe in and breathe out. We are stretching. We are moving. It's okay to push your finger and thumb onto your palm and push your thumb into your palm, pushing your thumb that way into your palm. Holding here, finger above the knuckles, finger over the knuckles, push into your palm, push into your wrist. You should now feel like your wrist is going that way, as your thumb is going that way, as these are stretching. Now you are vertical with a world, vertical with a world. Breathe as you move. Walk it out, work it out, and get back into the stretch. Good. Do your thing. Do your flow. You are your flow. Listen to your music. Have your music going. Don't have to listen to me. Just follow me. And release. Release. And we want to stretch this way before we finish off. Release. And grab that thumb. Grab this thumb right here. See that? Nice and loosey-goosey. Now I'm just holding my whole arm up. Relax that stretch. Relax those shoulders. Make sure you are following. Before you get into your next position, your next stretch, you are relaxed. You're breathing into your nose and out your nose. And you're holding onto your whole arm with your fingers here. These here are just stationary. See how relaxed all those muscles are? They're holding on to each other. How wonderful does that happen? Just like the fork balancing itself off of something else. This is how we do it. We are relaxed. We are straight back. Our hips are forward. Have always been forward. I have always had my hips forward. I hope you did too. Breathing, breathing, breathing. All right, and rise up. You are not rising here. You are rising here. You're just basically doing this and making sure your arm is, of course, leveled. Remember to be leveled. That's right. Not down here. Not up here. Here. Bend your shoulders back and drop and relax. Everything is relaxed. These are just holding each other up. Wow, that's holding each other up. We are stretching our thumb. We are stretching these muscles here. Then breathing. And relax that elbow, relax that thumb, and kind of like do a little bit of this. Good. I'm going to bring it a little closer there for you. I'm just basically just getting all that going. Yeah, nice and good. Squeeze those, squeeze those. Don't pinch. Don't ever pinch. Just, squeeze. That's fine. Squeeze is fine. A nice, good size. Never pinch. Just squeeze into the thumb. Pinching into the thumb pinches that nerve, and you do not want to ever do that. You want to make sure you're not feeling too much nerviness in there, but you still have to feel like you are getting that nerve as you relax it, to stimulate it, to unhinge it from inside that thumb. Good, 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 good. Let's do that. Let's do that. And next, do it on the other side. Relax, breathe in, get those hips forward. Balance your body, balance your head. Make sure you feel like you got no weight on you. You're not dragging yourself down. This is what I coach and teach everyone at my table to do. That's willing to listen. You got it? You got it. Good. We are getting into that thumb. We are doing self-therapy. Awesome. Nice. Some nice little trick here that I'm showing you guys for free. Please subscribe. Like my page. Subscribe and like so I'll do lives. We can do lives together. That's right. I'll guide you guys to do this together. We'll do different things every single time. Enjoy the criticism the center has. Right. Nice. I love it here. All right. We're just going to do some nice warm-ups here. Breathing. Remember, you're supposed to be breathing. Should I be telling you to breathe? This is a coaching video. Relax, shake. Let's shake. Let's shake all that off. We're doing Qigong today. Remember this. This is Qigong. We are doing incorporative Qigong with incorporative body movement and mobility work and releasing and loosening. Oh, relax it all. Relax it all. Make sure that it's all good. See how relaxed? This is what makes good dancing. See this? This is what makes good dancing. Yeah. Breathe. Let's go ahead and get our back. Let's go ahead and work on our back real good, okay? So I'm going to face this way. Breathe in, shoulders up, squeeze those blades back, and breathe out. Keep squeezing. Make sure your chin is in and your head is relaxed. Chin in and head is relaxed. Make sure you're not tensing and forcing your scalenes to tense up either. These guys, don't force those scalenes to tighten up or the traps. Make sure your head is loosey-goosey while you're working only on arm muscles and arm blades and squeezing those blades back. Breathing. And then up, just remember, when I went up, I didn't raise my arms up. I'm just pointing, I'm getting my blades back, and I'm just making my elbows go up. Elbows up, elbows up. Now my hands are like touching a little bit, barely, and they're like guiding each other up. Breathing in, breathing out. The elbows, keep those elbows and arm boys back. Every video will be different because we are just doing a flow stretches. That's how things stay interesting. It's not the same. Squeezing those legs. Keep that elbows in. We're just using the elbows to go up and down. Make it feel like the elbows are going, riding across rails. Find that rail that you want to ride across that elbow. Squeeze those blades back. Breathing. Breathing in. Keep that chest filled with half air. And breathing out and in with the other half. So keep it filled with half air. Breathe all the way in and halfway out, all the way in, halfway out. And relax that neck. Remember, you got to make sure you're doing all these things. You have to focus. You just can't think it's happening. You have to know it's happening by actually doing it. So relax that neck. Following the elbow. Just follow the flow. Just follow the flow. I'm going to be doing many and several of these. Several. That way, when I move to a new flow, you will be able to just move into the flow with me. I'm not going to move on to something else too quickly. This is not like that. You see, make sure your head's relaxed, your hips are forward, you are relaxed. You see what I mean? Nice little body movement. We're gonna go faster, but keep breathing. Keep breathing in that 4 in, 4 out. You see how I'm just moving around? I'm not stiffing. It's just the whole point. Just make sure we're not stiffing. Just move around. Feel around. Don't feel stuck in one spot. Feeling stuck in one spot is not Qigong. Walk across your mat. No. Now we're going to elbows out and hands touch like this. Breathe. This is Qigong. You do not stay stationary. Well, when we try to focus at first and then we start moving into everything, right? Follow your elbows. Make sure you're visualizing your elbows in that mirror that you're looking through. I got a mirror right over there. And we're just doing these things together. Away and down and up and together, down, away and up. Remember to breathe and squeeze those blades all the way back and elbows together. Now we're moving the blades all the way, separating them completely, forcing our elbows that way and around. Then squeeze and go and force and do. Go back and relax and breathe. Relax and breathe and balance. Head forward, head up, head balanced. Breathe. Stay that way forever and ever. If you're not that way, force yourself to be that way, and it becomes that way naturally, instinctively, intuitively. If you ever need to get something off the ground, or to veer at something off the ground, or to basically needing to, anything may happen that's down that direction, or those directions. Forward fold and look and gander. Forward fold and look and gander. This is what birds do, and birds have been doing it right the whole time. Believe in nature. Nature has all of the answers for all humans to abide by. And if we do that, we'll live better lives. Breathing. Okay, we have worked on these. Let's do another one. So let's breathe in. Raise those elbows up. Arms out. Let's go into what we call butterflies. Breathing in. Squeeze those blades back. And move. And don't clap, but get there. And then out. We don't want to shock our energies. We don't want that. We want to go flow that air. It's like vibrational air right there. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Remember, we are not to be stationary. We focus at first in stationary. Make sure we are where we need to be, breathing where we need to breathe, and then be where you need to be. We are showing everything to the whole class. Our body, see, 360 view, my body. That way you can see what it is that I'm doing. I'm not tensing any muscles, any up in here or here. I'm just focusing on the wings. The wings. Breathe in and breathe. Breathe in and breathe. You can go faster if you want. Just remember to not touch your hands, you know. Now let's switch it up. One down, one up. One up, one down. And then see. And then opposite. This teaches your brain to be ambidextrous. Now focus doing it in the mirror. Now focus moving it while moving it. Now once we do several of those and breathe, back to where we were. Now palms up, breathing, hips forward, chest out. We're going to do some circles, flowy circles, not you could if you wanted to, but just flow. Palms up, not full up, just relaxed up. Don't rubber band them in. You know how tight rubber bands get, when you pull them too hard, when you turn them too much, you can feel that pull. We're not there yet. We want to get there. You know what I'm saying? We want to start at an easy freaking spot where it doesn't feel like we're trying to pull our muscles too much. And then work our way there. Now, twist. Twist more. Get those palms to face backwards. Make it feel like you want them to face backwards while you're resting your head and neck on your shoulders. Your body is swaying and moving. You see what I mean? You don't have to tighten any other part of your body while you're moving. Now, opposite. You should be breathing. You see? When you get used to this and you're breathing properly, 4 in and 4 out, you can feel the burn, but you're not getting tired. Make sure you're relaxed. Make sure you're up. Remember to do this. Remember to do this. And move around. You see, if you stay stationary, you will exhaust yourself. Back the other way, and breathe, and let it down. I'll give you guys a rest. I could have went on for longer. There we go. Let's give these guys a rest. Let's go ahead and focus on our midsection. Yes? So let's do some breathing in core. Let's get some water. Hydrate before we start. It's a good break. Getting that because we worked out on our upper body here. Let me make sure I see what time it is. I have plenty of time for this video. Awesome. I hope I have space. All right. Remember to always check. We already did all these. Just check them real quick to make sure you didn't tighten up. Breathe. Go back to the basics. Go back to the beginning. We're warming up. There you go. Shake it off. Good, good. Get your hands going. Get your knuckles all popped up. Do these. So if you want to pop your knuckles, this is literally the best way to do it. Just get it right up in there. Doing this releases them better anyways. Just get them. See, I popped it. And then just doing this and then, doing these things is just sit there and just rub your knuckles. Seriously, guys, this is you can do this any time of the day of your life and breathe it 4 in and 4 out as you rub your knuckles. So that way you don't lose the energy, you don't lose, and make sure your machine is working and you hear it. And if you do that, you will not give up. It literally practices your brain and you won't give up doing any of the self-therapy. Breathe before you move, breathe as you move, and breathe. It is life goal to make sure that is an imperative goal to make sure you're doing that. Breathing in the lungs and out the lungs. Make it feel like the machine is up here when it's doing it and it's working. You can know when the machine is working when you can hear it work. All right. Where were we? Midsection. Just breathe in. Now, as we breathe in, we want to basically tighten right here. Just use these muscles, your visceral muscles right here. And you just want to like from the upper part of the chest, the sternum. You want to like just put your fingers right here. Put your fingers right here. Breathe in and tighten. Now, when you do that, you got to make sure you got your fingers right here. You now know you're now tightening here. You got to make sure nothing else is working. Make sure you're tightening right here. You still got that tightness. Now you're able to shake it loose. All right. So that's pretty much it. All right. And shoulders are down, shoulders down, but you're tightening. You're tightening. All right. You now cannot do anything. Do you know what I mean? Now we want to work it out. Breathe. Opening. Tightening. Opening. Tightening. Breathing in. Tightening. Half breath in. Half breath out. Tightening. Make sure your head is wobbly. Make sure your hips are wobbly. Tightening. So you're opening and tightening. That's what we want. Tightening. Get your arms up in there. Tightening. There you go. Good. Now you know you're tight. You're feeling that you're tight all the way around here as well. Make sure you're tight here on the upper belly, iliacal crest. It's okay. We got there. All right. Make sure you're tight right here in our pelvic bones. That's right. We're focusing tightening here. Now we're checking everywhere with our fingers, crawling it like crispy crawlies, breathing. We're relaxed. And we now feel like all of this inside us is like tight. Now breathe in. Everything is relaxed, but that is now tight. All right, now you focused on making sure every muscle is tight and you can feel it all around it. Opening the chest up, make sure that's tight. Open the chest up, make sure that's tight. Make sure that's tight. And the way to do that is to tap it. But if you don't tap it, you're going to lose focus and not realize you're no longer doing it. Now, for folding into it, just tap your belly. You're going to make sure that it's tight. Make sure you know you're tight. Just finger that belly. Make sure it's tight. You know you are. Just keep your fingers on there. Just move it around, because when you move it around, you're not losing focus. Breathing in all the way, breathing out halfway. Breathing. When you do forward folds, you never breathe out all the way. Not until you go down all the way. But the forward fold is a halfway breath. Half out, all the way in, half out. And you're coring it there still. Remember, keep your fingers on that, because when you take your fingers off, you're going to lose focus, and you don't even realize that you have undone the muscles in your belly. Then your core, you want to make sure it's all the way up into the peristernum and down to the pelvic. You got to make sure all of it's coring. Keep your arms up and relax, and your shoulders relaxed, your belly's relaxed. The only thing you're doing is forward folding. Keep that chin in a bit. Keep that chin up a bit. Make sure the nose is working. Make sure that you can hear the noise, the white noise. Everything's relaxing. You're forward folding. You should feel the stretching. If you're like me, you should be feeling it stretching. I understand some of you are much more flexible. The whole point of this is that you can see me right now, right here where I'm at. After I get done doing all these stretches, I should be able to go a lot further and a lot further. Naturally. Without causing problems in the muscles and overstretching it. Coring. Make sure you're coring. Now rise up by turning your back, breathing all the way out. So let's do that again, so that way we focus. Forward fold, the chin is in. Breathing in and breathing out. Make sure you're coring and breathing all the way out. Coring and breathing all the way out. Coring and breathing all the way out. And twisting, and there you go. And go all the way down. And then roll up, breathing out. And then coring, opening up and coring. Coring, and forward folding. Coring. Make sure your fingers are on your belly so you know you're still coring. Because if you lose, remember, your arms are up, shoulder blades are up. This is going to help that. This is going to basically get your arms stronger. This is going to get you more powerful in your life. We're working on every muscle, everything. Make sure all this is relaxed. I know it feels relaxed to me. It feels relaxed to you. I'm still moving around, still coring by pushing my fingers into my belly. That way I know what's happening. And forward folding and keeping those legs straight, but don't hyperextend, just straight. All right. Now we're going to do something here. Breathing in, breathing out. Halfway in, halfway. Bend those knees. Keep those shins straight at all times. Do not go over your toes. As long as they don't not go past your toes. Bend your knees and breathing. Keeping that forward fold. In that forward fold, hold, and let your arms drop. Keep that chin, keep this cranial right here, T1, the back of the cranial, your top spot. Breathing, and make sure you're coring. Make sure you think you're coring. Yep. Make sure, test yourself out. Make sure you're coring. And breathing all the way in and halfway out. Make sure your feet are planted and everything. Now, since we're here, you can feel yourself balanced on your heel and balanced on the balls of your feet equally. Now, I want you to separate your feet, just your feet. Make it feel like your feet are separating, not your knees, just your feet. And it should also be separating right here in the ischium. It should be separating there. Opening, expanding here, and breathe in and coring. Separating here, separating at the hips. And it feels like it's happening at the ischium. And release and relax and bring up. Bend that back, breathing, all the way out, breathing all the way out. Breathe in, and stretch back and relax and move around. We got to start moving around. You were stationary for too long. Let's get some water. Make sure you did no mouth breathing the entire time. No mouth breathing the entire time. Not until we do a certain technique, if we happen to. Then breathe in. Let's go on. Now we did some mid work and some core work and some forward fold work. That's great. I want to go ahead and do some leg work. So I'm going ahead and I'm going to move back a space. You see how I did that? It's basically like dancing. You basically shift your weight to one side. You balance yourself, head, neck, body, shoulders, hips, down to your heel. Lift up, and then step back, and then lean back. Now you're balanced between your front and your back. Your hips are balanced. Your body is balanced. Your head is balanced like the egg on the arm. All right? You see that? So if I need to, you see how I lifted up my foot? I'm rebalancing my foot, my leg and my foot, and my hips and everything like that, and my whole upper body. And then I come over here, turn forward, and then step back and rebalance. Breathe in, up, there. That is where you need to be. Always do that. Now, I'm going to breathe in. I'm going to test myself by turning my waist evenly this way. We should be feeling a pull if you're that tight. If not, you're good. And you see where my foot is. You see it was here. And nice twist. Breathing back. So now we want to see how good we are. Some people probably be right here. Just make sure you have your hands on your waist. Your palms are right there. See where I'm having them. Make sure you follow that. That way you're following this. Breathing in, chest is up, and breathe out. All the way, breathe in again. Make sure you're balancing, and you're good. And now forward fold, breathing out. Good. Forward folding, we are balanced between our foot and our foot. Our hips are above here, or right here, we are balanced. Good. Breathing in. No way, just to get to my pace, or find my pace, or follow your own pace. We should be feeling different muscles in this position pulling. Forward folding. This is where we do not have to core here, but it's up to you to core. We're focusing right now in being in a balance. And relaxing and relaxing and relaxing. Now let your arms down. You notice I had my hands here first. We didn't do any of this yet. Remember, we're just focusing on being one position, then to the next position, to the next, to the next. Breathe. To the next. Our next is to continue folding forward. Our back is straight. Our shoulders are like this, but when we relax it down, relax it down. And it feels like we're still in a forward fold, but we are just overly getting these muscles back here to feel more naturally and to stretch. It is tight. You should feel it. You should feel how tight that is. How tight that is. If it's tight, you are too tight. So we want to get rid of that problem. This is what we do. This is what we do to get rid of leg tightness. Breathing in. Make sure your hips are going this way. And you are good. Breathe in, and we're going to bend. Bend, and make sure your hips are here. Make sure your hips are here. And then we're bending up, and we straighten, and we're back. Raise up. Balanced on one leg. Move forward. Step. Breathe. Balance. Breathe. Balance. Step back. You see I'm stepping back. Balance. 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 Good. Qigong is not about speed. It's about perfection. Good. Get some kinks out. I bet you guys will be able to get some kinks out. In fact, when we're done doing this, we're going to do some neck movements. How about that? Good. We're going to stay like that. We can do a lot of leg stuff, but we're going to go to the neck because I feel like that would be necessary to do after this. Find your balance and get your movements and dance and dance. Breathe. Did you stop breathing? Did you now? Keep these sturdy, spreading the feet, planted firmly. The upper body should be loosey-goosey. You all see what I mean? Everything down here is working. Breathing and forward fold. Breathing and keep forwarding, keep folding. Breathing and breathing. Keep your hands here first. Don't go below. Don't pretty much go beyond the knee. We don't want that. Just a forward fold. Stretching the calf, stretching behind the knee, stretching the hammy, stretching the glutes. We are stretching we are planting here. We are trying to work out just this leg. This is the easy stretch. So far, the easiest one to do. I have not yet done tier 2 or tier 3 stretches after this. It gets more intense. So this is the first one to actually get used to doing. So we are doing standing Qigong today, and movement and body movement, and probably a little bit of calisthenics in there, a little bit. Probably, don't know, but we'll see. Breathing. Don't do anything ahead of an inch. There we go. So you can see how I moved backwards. This is another thing. Let me show you if you need to do anything. You got an itch on your ankle over there, or you need to reach over there. I'm still going forward, folding and relaxing, and I'm not going to. You bend this knee while this stays right here. This knee does not go further than the top toe. I'm still forward folding. I'm no longer here. As you can see, I'm right here. My right shoulder is aiming towards my toe here because I'm not down here. I'm right here. I kind of just bounced there, forward folded there, and then bent my knee, didn't go further. My knee is still not going further than the toe. And then I'm going to come up, and so I'm going to stretch this calf. Breathing. And I see how my toes are still nice, loosey and goosey. I'm just using these right bones right here, my metatarsals, and my heel, and my ankle to do the job while my toes are still loosey-goosey. While I'm stretching all of this. This right here is firm. I'm really fast. My whole hip is going in this direction while I'm all planted on my heel, and my ball's on my toe. My knee has not passed my toe, and I am forward folding into that with my chin still stuck into my, still going kind of up. Pouring my core, my leg right here, so I'm still going a stretch right here. Oh, I loosened up right here at my ankle, because I was talking to you, breathing and straighten this leg. When I straighten this leg, I'm feeling like this entire top area is going that way a little bit. And I still got my toes up, nice and loosey-goosey. Well, I still got that stretching, and I got my knee going in. My knee's in. Rebalance back out where I need to be, and I'm going to just nice plant. I'm going to keep my toes up right now. Well, I'm forward folding and keeping my hip going straight down this direction right there, yes? Like that, yeah, while we're here, going in that direction, stretching all of this. And I got my toes up in the air, and I'm going to put my toe and plant it right there. I got my toes up. Look how loose those are. Look at that. Got my toe planting. See how toes planting right here? I'm just using these muscles to plant my ball and my toe in there without touching any of my toes. Breathing. And then down here, planting my toes now, keeping my toes straight. See how straight those toes are? I'm not pushing them down like this. Don't ever do any of this. I don't know if you can see that on the, never do that. And just keep them loosey-goosey at all times, no matter what, because that's all they need to be, because you don't want to strain anything going here. Don't do that. All right, so just go ahead, just keep pushing. I'm going forward. Now I'm going to get my shoulder. Now I did all that. I'm going to go forward and go that direction. Breathing. I'm still forward folding in it. My tongue just like loosey goosey over here. I'm using all of this to go that way, right here, and I'm just using my upper body as pretty much the catalyst of body weight and gravity going in that direction. But just using the body weight, just really that. And I got this right here, nice and loosey goosey. My knees loose. I'm just like my knees loose. Okay. And so here, but it's just like that. But I'm still balanced between this and this. I'm still stretching, and it feels like my entire hammy is going that way, stretching this way. Yeah, let's make sure you got that on video. I'm breathing and breathing, and we're gonna do a release. So I'm gonna bend that knee just a little bit, and I'm gonna come up, or you can keep it straight. Come up, bending the back, breathing. Breathe as you can, breathe as you like. Make sure you get make sure we're opening up, opening up, opening up. And then we're going to hook up our heel off the table. We're on the balls of our feet. We go ahead and go on to the balance ourselves up, raise up and bring our legs down and get our footing in here. Balancing, balancing, balancing. Balancing, loosening up. Let's get moving. Thank you guys for doing that. We do that to the other leg. We're going to get into the next. Let's get some hydration. Always hydrate. Good, good, good. All these videos are going to be different because I don't know what I'm going to do next in each one of them. Please subscribe and join. Make me do this live and have millions and millions of followers. Breathing. I'm going to first do some back bends before we get to the neck. All right. And it's what I'm feeling. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to breathe. Make sure you're balanced and loose. Stretch these like you want to stretch them like you never stretched them before. Breathing, get that breath going. Remember to breathe before we move and breathe as we move, but we also have to get the breath where we want it and our body where we want it. And then breathe. And bend. Keep that elbow. See, we're following this elbow going across the rail. Back in there, and then down a little bit. Make sure we're good. You can see with me right here, we're good. Breathe and bend. Wow. Breathe in and breathe out. Now I want that whole chest going that way. I want this going that way. Now I want this going that way. As you're planted down, you are planted down firmly. Elbow is still on the rail. The elbow is still on the rail. And you're still breathing all the way out and all the way in, or all the way out and halfway in. And release. Make sure you're releasing this way. Elbow going, following that rail. All right. And then breathe in, get back into that, and follow that, and bend it the other way. Make sure you keep the hips right here, and you bend. The hips are right here. Feet are planted right there. Hips are right here, and your feet are planted. Come back into position if you left it, and start all over and get into that bend. Do not try to get into that bend. You start all over and get into the bend if you fell out of it. That's with every stretch. That's with every exercise. You just don't go back into it. No, you start all over, and you get back into it. That's how you exercise. That's how you move and stretch and do it. Good. All right. That's good to actually get a nice thoracic bend like that. We want to bow it like a bow. All right. Literally get that push go out of there in your ribs. It feels really great. Now, there's also other twists and turns to do all that. Let's get into the neck. Chin in. Make sure you're balanced. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure you're feeling good. Remember, in Qigong, you're not stationary unless you tell you basically, no, your move is basically where you need it to be. And then you're not stationary because your whole body needs to be loose. All right, good. Nice and loose. Good music, good flow, Good. Low. Chest up, chest out, back up. Rhomboids back. Make sure you're, not forward, not back. Right there. Perfect. Breathe. Now I'm going to do the first move. All right. Do not have your hands right here. They can be like this. They can be like this, or they can dangle. It doesn't really bloody matter at the moment. Breathe in. And I want you to turn your head in a direction where your chin is following the rail, not going, none of that. You're in. It's there, but not that fast. Breathe in. And when you breathe out, you move the chin to the right or left, whatever direction you decided to go that followed your mirror, the mirror of the video. Whatever works for you. Breathe in and make sure your chin's going that way. Your head is like this. Your eyes are like this. Not your eyes are not like that. You get what I'm talking? They're like that. These are your eyes. These are your eyes. This is your nose and head ratio. Boom. Chin in. Going that way. You are stretching. You are moving. You are moving it that way. Everything else is loosey-goosey. Shoulders, traps, everything. Hips, toes, fingers. Your head is working that way, though. Your head's supposed to be. Now releasing it, you breathe in. And you just let it go nice and easy. Back to center. This is center right here with the sternum. Sternum is center. You got that. Sternum is center. That's what we want. Good, good. Breathe in. Opposite direction. Follow that rail. Turn that head. Make sure the chin is going that way. The head, the cranial, is not going that way. It's stationary. It's balanced right here. But your chin is going that way. Your shoulders are back, your shoulders are relaxed, your traps are relaxed, your hips are relaxed, your feet are relaxed, everything is supposed to be relaxed, and your nose and ratio, your eyes are parallel with the world. Breathe in and release, and just let it mosey back to that center. All right, we're going to go to the next stretch. We want to make sure that we are here. You get what I'm saying? This is where we want to be. All right, our chin is in. We just put our finger right there where the chin is. You don't do that. You just keep this right where it's at, and you just put your finger there. Good. This is basically a guide. All right. Now you want to take your breath in. I'm going to go like this. Don't do this. Stay like this. Got it? So that way you can see me with the tilt. And I'm going to go like this. You see where the chin just stayed where it was at? Do not do that. Start over. Breathe. Chin in. And tilt. The tilting needs to be happening right here. Watch. Keeping the neck straight. The tilting happens at T1, at C1. Now, namaste. Breathing. Make sure when I move, you're supposed to be breathing before you move. Breathe as you move. Breathe into the move and breathe when you're done moving. Even if I didn't say it, that is what you are to be doing, because that's what I'm doing. I'm breathing and chatting and breathing and chatting and breathing when I'm done chatting. Make sure your chin is in, your body's balanced, everything is, and your fingers are just there. Because this right here would just know where your chin goes back to after the tilt and the movement. So your chin goes back here. Keep that thumb on the sternum. Make sure it's not here. It's not there. It's there. Right there. Now we're going to go in the opposite direction. The reason why, you can do this too if you wanted to. I just want to keep one loose down. That way I can keep one shoulder down. That way I can focus on one down. And, this is down too. Just the elbows down here, and I just got my fingers right here. And this is basically just stationary, nice and loose. Even though I got muscles here, I'm not really using them. No, hold on. I'm going to stick now. I'm going to get back into my position and tilt. Now, since we did this, let's move on to the next thing. We want to just move our arm out, move our arm out, move our arm out while we keep our head stationary as it is. And if you see me right here, I'm just going to put my fingers right here. I'm just going to drop that, and put it right there and drop that. Now I'm just going to let my elbow down, letting the elbow on the side over here just move with that rail, putting gravity down here, gravity going downward. And this is suction cup here kind of feel, but not really there. But you're just relaxing it. And you can see how far I can go with my neck right. Yeah, you can get there too someday. And then release. What you have to release is you just let go of your fingers, let go of your palm, and just ease it up. Ease it. Let's just ease it. Don't go fast. No fast. Train yourself back up. Go like that. Go like this. Do that. Do this. We're doing this. We're going to go in the opposite direction. Okay? Breathe in and tilt. Breathe in and rise. Breathe in and let your arm fall. Dragging your head that way. Breathe in and then release the fingers real quick and let your head just slowly go back out. Breathe in and go like that. Boom, done. All right, let's move on to the next stretch. Good. Relaxing, getting back into position. We're now basically good. We're now flowing. We're now relaxing. We're not doing anything. We're breathing through that oxygen and our lungs are expanding and releasing, expanding and releasing. We're still doing this entire time. I hope you didn't stop any of these processes. I taught you in the beginning. It keeps going. 4 in and 4 out, though, not 2 in and 2 out. That's a whole other breath technique. We'll do that another time. Oh, let's hydrate. Remember, when we hydrate, we're going down to the bottle. Let's do this. Let's do this. It's part of Qigong, going for our bottle. Breathe in, balancing. Breathing in, balancing. Breathing in, all relaxed and forward folding. Forward folding. Grabbing it. Arm is relaxed. Shoulders relaxed. Grabbing that bottle. Coming up with the legs and coming up without the forward fold with that little slight bend and breathing. Bring that freaking nice little freaking straw to your mouth and drink. While all this is relaxing, your shoulder blade is back. Everything's relaxing. Caliente. Breathe in, forward fold, leg down, staying balanced. Forward folding, whiplash it back. Yeah, good. See how I just replanted my feet? See that guy? That's right, we don't do this ever in our life. We do this. There we go. This is what we do. Remember that, always. You're staying balanced. Your spine stays balanced. You're not crushing anything. Everything's just flowing. Got it? Good. Breathe. Flow. Balance. Let's go into the next stretch. We're going to do chin to the right, like we did before. If you got it down pat, you don't need to do this. Now I want your chin to look up. We're gonna stretch these skatings. And how we do that is breathe. Remember, when you moved your chin over, you did do those breath first, right? Because that's what it says. And move chin to the right. Breathing in halfway, breathing out the other half of the way. You can also do it that way as well. If you want to just get right into that move, breathe in and go. Good. Now we got that chin going that way. Now we're going to have our chin looking up, just like we want to ride the rail going up. And we bend right here. Breathe in and look up. Stretching that chin up into the sky. Stretching that chin up into the sky. Yep. That's right. We're looking up. I'm going to look back down with that chin, and I'm going to look back up. Stretching these. Stretching these scalenes all the way down. You should feel everything tight as a. Stretching all that. Yep. Your chin's going that way. Now we want our chin to come back down. We're relaxing it back down. Remember, breathing and going back into our natural center. Breathe in, opposite directions. Get that chin to go all the way to the left. Yes, what we did before earlier. That's right. This is the first process. That's why we do this first. And then, as we learn to do this first, we take our chin and we look up with it. Breathe in, breathe out, and look up. Remember, we're using our lungs. We're not using our traps. We're not using our back. We're not using our chest. We're using our lungs. We can hear our breath through the nose. The white noise in the nose. The machine in the nose is moving. It's like it's your energy propeller, that nose, that is where one of your freaking gates are. Your gates to, for the energy in your body to basically just turn like a freaking gear. There's a gear. Think of a gear. That every time you freaking, breathe in, it turns it. Every time you breathe out, it turns it. Our cog for breathing. This breathes in and breathes out. This cog turns as we breathe in and breathe out, creating the white noise. I like that terminology there. Back down and release. Oh, shake it off. Oh, yeah, there we go. Nice. That was a good stretch. Now we're going to breathe in, chin in, get our body balanced to the right. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, looking up, breathing out, and then turn that whole chin over to the other side and release back to center. Breathe in. You didn't have to do that the first time. Just basically, I'm going to do that all over again. Turn to that side again. Breathe. And when you breathe out, you move up that chin into the sky. Breathe in. As you breathe out, you turn your chin over to the other side, breathing out still. And then once you're done breathing out, you breathe in. And you turn that chin back to center. Breathe in. Turn that chin back to the freaking, and turning, have it going back into the other side. Turning like you want to turn and look behind you. Then breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe out, your chin is going up. As you're breathing out, again, you're turning the chin back to the side. And you're breathing in. And you're breathing out, and you're naturally turning on. Now we're going to go in the opposite direction. Breathe in, turn your chin over to the left side, and make your chin go. We don't have to stay in these positions forever. Breathe in. As you're breathing out, chin's going up into the sky. Breathing in. As you're breathing in, you're turning, and as you're breathing out, your chin's going to the other side, and then you're breathing in. And then we release that chin going to the center. And as we relax, make sure we're focused, make sure we're balanced. We're breathing in and turning. As we breathe out, we're turning to the other side. Breathe in and breathe out. Look up. Breathe in and turning and breathing out all the way to the other side. Breathe in and center. Good. I'm glad you like those little neck movements. Squeeze those chats up, bring them down, bring that chin in, and just kind of wiggle it around. Just wiggle it around. Let's do some neck turns. Remember, we are focusing as if the pendulum is right here. We're moving nothing else. We're just moving that one, the C1. That's it. Left, right, left, right. Do not get whiplash. Just smooth movements. Back to center, up, down, up, down. Breathing. 4 in and 4 out. No matter how fast we're going, we're breathing 4 in and 4 out and using our lungs, turning the cog in the wheel in our nose, creating white noise. Circle. Bigger circles. Remember, we're just turning that one. Breathing. And turn. And relax into small circles, and stop. There we go. Awesome possums. Nice. I'm glad you enjoyed that. We need to get that working. Good, good, good. Hope you guys enjoyed the stretches. Hope you guys, really liked how I've been doing these. Hope you learned from these. Please watch this video plenty of times because the more you do it, the better you get at it, and the more you be able to do it on your own and do this for the rest of your life, so that way you don't turn out into, a crispy critter. Crispy critter. All right, let's move on to the next stretch. We're going to take a wide step, so let's move back into the mat. Oh, hydrate. Now remember, balance, forward fold, bend that knee, grab your drink, breathe, and go. Remember, if you went for your water and didn't breathe, you did it wrong. Now we're going to step here. Our foot is like this, not like that with the mat, a little like that with the mat. Step forward, now heel off, and then down. All right? Propulsion. We do not want our hips forward folding. We don't want to do this. We want to have it in that direction, not this direction. Got it? Nice and relaxed right here. Both are splitting apart. We are nice, good space away. We are going to basically spin this knee now. We're going to work out. We're going to do some knee work. How about that? That's right. We all thought we were done. Nah. We're moving into phase 1500. Just kidding. This next phase, there's no numbers. It's the next phase. Now, okay. Now we're going to just rotate. See, we're on a heel. See here? Now I'm like with my hip. Watch my hip. I'm on my heel, and I'm not going further than the straightness of my shin. I am not going to my toes. I'm just when I do this, I back up, bend to the shin, and then back, and I'm just doing it on my heel, not on the balls of my feet. All right, that's why I say get on the heel. That way you're not doing it so roughly, and you're just rotating on the ball because now you're massaging the ball of your heel. Oh, you thought this was for the knee? Yes, it is for the knee, and it's also for the ball of your heel. Make sure your toes are relaxed. See, look at that. You should be up like You should be like You should be like crooked and spreading them out. Nope, keep them relaxed. Breathe. Make sure your hips are balanced. Make sure your head is balanced. Look cool. You look great. All right, that's good, right? Opposite direction. Yeah, we can do this as many times as we want and not get bored. All right, we're gonna put that down. Balls of your feet. Remember how we did it last time? Balls of your feet and toes, and keep your toes relaxed. Keep your toes relaxed. Get the shin forward. Nice right here, bouncing straight down. Our gravity is going down. Breathing. Now we're gonna forward fold. You're gonna see I'm gonna put my hands right here, and I'm forward folding. Keep my back straight as much as possible. All right. Keeping this is straight. This is horizontal with the word vertical, horizontal, whatever it is. And then breathe. And we're going further. Our chest is going towards that. If you need to, just if you have to, go over here and do it. If you can't do it here, but don't just switch over here. Go up, come in, and down. And when you do that, you're supposed to breathe. Move when you breathe, and breathe. Now you should feel that we're on here. The hammies and the glutes, the maximus, the minimus, all that stuff is getting stretched out, right? Just for being in this position. And it's planking. Now we're planking these muscles in a 90. Look at that. You see that geometric shape right here? Yeah. Geometric shape here. Yeah, we're in geometry. Everything's about geomancy in the stretches of Qigong, geomancy and geometry. Yes. All right, we want to get on the balls of our feet. See, I'm just like here on the balls of our feet. You see how I'm right here? I'm not even on my heel. That's good. We want to feel like we're skimming right here on the heel, like we are in salsa dancing. All right, we are on the balls of our feet, and we're basically skimming on the heel. We don't want to put too much pressure right here. We just want to be on the heel. We can feel that our skin is touching the ground, or touching the mat, but we're on the balls of our feet really, and our toes are loosey-goosey. We're not pressing firmly down into there and like making all those muscles. We don't want that. All right, but I'm also in there. Make sure our shoulders are straight. Make sure not like this. You're breathing and you are in it. Or come over here, breathing and you are in it. You know what I'm saying? You're like your shoulder should be here, or your chest should be here. Shoulder and over your knee. Come back up. Readjusting the hips to go down, and your left chest is over your knee. Up, come over here and come down. Now we do it. Now let's get our, this is why I took the rings off. Now I want to go ahead and get our hands right here. So our balls are our feet. We're barely skimming like we're in salsa dancing or dancing. Now we're coming down here with our knuckles onto the ground. See, I'm just skimming them. No really putting weight onto it. And then I'm going to I'm just readjusting. There we go, just skimming. This is going to help hold you up as well, so we can stay in this position longer. You don't have to have it right here. This puts a lot of weight onto it. But if you do this, you can kind of get some of that off of there. Now, since we're here, we got our knuckles on the ground because these are right here. This is really amazing massage work. We can do this. You can do that. Whatever. Make sure our shoulders and traps are loosey-goosey. Now we want to straighten that leg. Breathing and straightening. Now we kind of feel like this is nice and tight again, and we're leaning into it. Now we want to raise up a little bit. Come to the knee and coming down. Don't worry, you didn't have to do this the first time. Remember, I am explaining it twice thoroughly when I do new moves. All right, as much as possible, as best as I can. All right, we're back into this position. I'm back into this. Now we want to basically feel that tension as our body weight is going this way, and we're like pulling on these muscles ourselves. You see that shake? But that's the reason why we have our hands right here as well. Not just here. This is like advanced. This is advanced. Put your hands back up here now and just hold steady. Just hold steady and help it out. Put your weight on there. Help it out. And just get that to stretch up. Lift your body up. Bend that knee back to a straight, vertical shin. Putting your body back into there. Make sure you're breathing. I got a lot of explaining to do, so you better be continuously breathing as I taught you. Breathing in and then breathe out into the muscle. Lift up, breathing in, breathing out, and into the muscle. Breathing in, straightening that leg, breathing in, and then breathing out, straightening that leg. Breathing out, leaning into that leg. Breathing out, letting the gravity of your entire upper body into that leg. Breathing in, gravitating into that leg. Breathing out, making sure this knee is straight. Now you got your hand right, kind of like on it, so that way it doesn't pop out and be too bouncy. You got to make sure that's why your hand is right here. Your hand is right here. So you can put your arm right across that. Yeah, that helps too. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know what you're feeling, especially for those who are tight as I am, as I'm one tight guy. I love my jokes. Breathe in, lifting, releasing. Remember, stay balanced between the two. Balance between the two. Releasing upper body. Make sure it's a forward fold up. Bend that knee. Come back down into it. Come back down into it. You can do it here over your shoulder or back into your chest. You don't want to go too far because your arm needs to be here on your shin. You see it's on there, but just gliding it, it's just like there. It's not pushing into it. It's just there. All right. It's just a guide. Use them as guides, but also balancing, and make sure you don't falter from the work that we need to do, the work that you need to do, the stretch that you need to do. And you got that whole, see how my knee bent out when I let go of my knee? All right. Because you probably weren't even looking because you're in the stretch. Make sure your phone is like right there. You know what I'm saying? Make sure it's not over there. Make sure your phone is like right there and listen to it with your headset on. You know, that it won't fall off your ears or head. And breathe and make sure your body's falling into it, gravitating heel that way, gravitating into the balls of your feet here, gravitating into your heels that way. You should be feeling it right in here, and your body is falling that way. In a forward fold, you're not just slouching, your head's dangling. You need to keep your head up and your chin in. You're right, balanced on your shoulders just right where it feels like it's not overstretching the muscles. I appreciate that. Good thing it was just a ball. Yeah, thank you. Oh, let me the ball roll around and hit my camera. You kicked it off the thing. All right, you guys stay where you are. I want to get back into position. There we go. We're gonna continue this. Oh, that feels so much better. Once you release out of this and walk around, oh my gosh, you'll feel a huge difference in what you're feeling on. So I'm getting back into positions here. You just got to keep doing it and keep following. We have to do this for at least a good 10 minutes. It's not just about how many of these you do. It's about until you feel like that you have passed where you were tenfold. All right. You gotta feel like, stretch your leg, breathe, and keep doing this on your own time right now because I'm going to do this for a moment because I am feeling good. Get that heel up too if you want to. Remember, your toes are relaxed if you do this whole heel up thing. And then you put that heel down, put the balls back onto your balls of feet. Bend that, straighten it up, fall back into it, straighten back into it. Make sure you're breathing. So you should be getting a little bit better at this, a little bit quicker at this, but still go slow, still go cautious. Cautious. Always slow and cautious, but at a good flow. Make sure your knee don't go bend your knee this way. Don't do that. Don't do that. Keep it here. You need that podium to be straight up out of the earth, balancing it, and then back. You can bend this knee right here. You can bend this one. You see how this doesn't have to be straight? You can go like this. And you can get that hip down into that heel and bend this up too. This is the next actual thing that we could do. Let's move on to that. All right, because that's what I do next, anyways. Is now we'll keep this straight. We'll keep this front. We'll keep this arm here. Keep this straight. And we'll just bend the back knee now, and we'll up that heel and get the toes off the ground, and we're just going to hit, and do this. Just make sure the knee doesn't try to go past the toes. Try, from visual view. See, I'm just barely going forward. You don't want to bend too much. It's just enough where you can just feel other muscles just stretch. And you just keep going downward that way with your hip, like this. You know what I mean? I'm just bouncing off of it now. But yeah, breathing. It's also when you also tell yourself to breathe, like I'm telling you to breathe, and it's going to remind you to breathe always. And I'm just going to stretch it out of there. We're going to come up and we're going to get out of that. Come on up. Remember to roll that spine up. Balance yourself back up. Rhomboids, squeeze out, shoulder rocking head on the shoulders. Can't get everything out of there. And then step back and balance yourself. And just move get some hydration and then move to the next leg. Remember, always, both body parts. Both body parts. So that way you're going to step forward. Make sure you fix yourself. Breathing. I know, right? Make sure you're just in that spot really well. I'm going to come over here. You see, I'm kind of like got a little separation between there. So you have this from here to here. So have that space between there. Nice V shape. Pretty much a V shape. I was slouching, wasn't I? V shape. And then one thing, because I had to look, right? Remember, you have to look like, take the whole thing with you, not just your head. And then forward, bend that knee. I guess like all that. Hold on, I'm stretching my toes. Yeah, we can do that too. All right, and back down. Make sure you're planting that toe, feet down. Make sure the balls of your feet are in there, because you can get that in there. That's good. You can see I'm not able to push. I got a rubber mat, and we have this like that. So make sure you have a rubber mat. Those are the best mats. Make sure if you get in there and your feet are sliding, get rid of that mat. Not a good mat. Your feet should not be sliding at all. Oh yeah, don't forget, we're going to move into the next thing. So breathe and forward fold. Keeping everything straight first. Breathing and folding. Breathing and folding. Stay in the stretch. Breathing and stretching. Shoulder over knee. My hand is above the knee, not on the knee. My fingers are just kind of gliding on it, really. I'm not pushing on the kneecap. We never want to do that. We want to always, if anything, be way above the knee, like right above it, but not on the cap. Right there, if you're never, you hold it down or hold it down below it, because it's below the kneecap. Never on the sides. Don't do this. That's not good, because now you're holding firm into these tight tendons, and we don't want any of that, because now it's impinging problems. So this is loosey-goosey muscles up here. You're not really using the quad. Make sure your heel's going backwards. Make sure your feet are in there. Make sure you're forward folding and breathing while you're listening and being guided through this process. Make sure you're still focused and you're coring. Make sure you're coring that gut. Remember, that thing exists too. And if you can breathe in and half out, half in and half out, core your gut, like I basically explained earlier, you're doing the right thing. That's right. Now that I feel like I'm really over there, I'm going to lift up in my back. I'm going to bend this knee backwards so I can kind of get off this leg a little bit and then go on there, because, and then I'm going to move, and I'm going to get that knee going forward now. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes some people have to get out a little bit differently, so you got to make sure you bounce back into yourself, getting fully off this leg from that stretch. You get what I'm saying? So that's why you got to. That way you're not coming, putting tension on it coming out of a stretch. You don't want that. All right. So I'm going to bend that knee now. We're going to have that straight. And then we're going to go forward fold until we're pretty much our upper body is laying into our quad. Nice and relaxed into our quad. And to make sure this is straight, you should feel tension being pulled. in your glute or your hammy, whatever. Our balls of our feet are in the mat. Our heel is skimming on the mat, but on the mat. Both balls of the feet and the rear legs, the ball of the feet and the heel are equally balanced, firming into the mat. Falling into the mat. This shoulder on the other opposite shoulder that's not in the heel in the knee should be dropping, but equal with the other shoulder. You shouldn't be forcing it this way. We're not doing that type of, we're not stretching that yet. We're not ready. We got other things to do, and I want to try to keep this video as short as possible. We'll do more stretching another video. Come to my lives. Come to my lives when I get them. Please subscribe to my YouTube. Give me 1,000 subscribers so I can go live free on YouTube and do this. And when you do that, you gotta subscribe to my Patreon. That's, thank you for the monthly. That'll be great subscription between what you would like to do, because it's going to be going through live on YouTube. Will be going through Patreon, so you have to subscribe to Patreon as well, and that way you can watch and be part of the videos to get this done and make you do this, right? Make you do it. I want to get better at also coaching and get really good at this. It's part of life. I'm going to be doing this pretty much every single day of my life. I want to do this every single day of my life. And to do that, I'm going to be there for you, doing it for me, doing it for you. You know what I'm saying? It's all in trying to balance between chi in our bodies and our mind and our community and the world. Our world needs to get better. That's what I'm going to be doing, is teaching you guys to be better and to guide yourself into positive lifestyles, okay? And that positive lifestyle doesn't mean clothes and fashion. Great, look good, but you need to also feel good. And to do that, we need to stretch this stuff, because we're no longer young and mobile and, in our best time of our lives in our bodies, really, because we're limber and everything like that. But we're not like that anymore, when you get to my age, get older, so make sure you get up a little bit, open and down. And remember, start creating your flow. We already did the other leg. You know the process. You want to breathe in, move, breathe, stationary breathe, and and then breathe and move. Then we're going to straighten our leg. Make sure when you straighten, you can also use your arms to help straighten it, to keep it smooth instead of shaky. And that will happen. So we're going to come up, balancing ourselves, bend that knee, and go back into that. Breathe and straighten. You not on your knee, above the knee or below the knee. And then up your body, all of the forward fold. Bend that knee. Come down into it. This right here is going to be amazing. You're going to feel like if you could not touch your toes at all before we started, you knew you couldn't. We didn't test. I wasn't going to, but after you do something like this, with this position, with those two, the one before this and one after this, you would be able to, after a while, maybe this day, or maybe after like 3 or 5 of these qigong, watching these, doing these daily, you will be able to touch your toes after this, because all that tension is right here. All right. It really is. All that glute and hammy and back of the knee, and all those attachments and the calf, that is preventing you from touching your toes. It's not your back. Your back, you can bend like I can with my back. That'd be awesome. But it's all part of the lower back right here with the costa and the sacral. Of course, there's a lot of seizure right there, but you should be able to at least touch your toes with your fingertips, even, no matter how unlimber you are from that. So make sure you're breathing. Make sure you're doing your flow. And lifting up, coming off, because you'll be able not to have. You might not have to lift yourself up so much. It's like some people, after a while, you don't have to lift up so much to. You're staying in, and then, like I said, just barely lift up, but then that knee, I'm staying in balance. I'm just basically doing what I can. My fingers are below the knee, my thumb is above the knee, and I'm just going into that, and I'm just stretching all of this behind here, stretching, and I'm going to go up, all right, toes up. I forgot to do the heel thing on the right. You can do that later. We're doing a video. All right, balance. All right. And relax into that. And there we go. And then bend that knee now. Stay down, and bend that back knee. straightening that front leg, then that back knee, straighten that front knee, and stretch into that. Up, up, toes off the mat now. Breathe, toes to the mat. Breathe, toes off the mat, toes on the mat. Stay balanced. You need to do this. One hand on the thigh here. You're not pushing hard into it. You're leaning in there. You're just like, you just got it there for balancing yourself and just to stay stationary a little bit better, not shake so much. You can do that by just holding, kinda, and then bend that knee again and come down into it, and then bend that both knees, and then come back into it, and then forward fold, forward fold, and then come up, breathing. Old bodies. All right. Whew. All right. Good. Good. Oh, oh man. Whew. That was nice, wasn't it? Let's go ahead and get on the floor. We're going to go ahead and call it a day. This video took a little bit, but let's go ahead and just separate our knees, our feet together. And what we're going to do is basically open up on our adductors. We're going to basically do some finishing moves and watch my next video for sitting Qigong. All right. And the reason why we're going to do that is this. We are just, I'm using these guys to help propel my legs forward and back. See how I'm doing here? Working together, control, and make sure you're breathing. Remember, always breathe. All right. I'm going to sit up straight. I need to do a twist. And the other opposite end. We did not do any twists with the back like this at all, but I'm feeling like we should have. Watch my next Qigong video that I'll upload, and we're going to do these things and plus other things and other things. Breathing, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Look forward, look backward, breathing out. Look forward, breathing in, shoulders are down and relax, our knees and relax, or falling down and twist and release and look the other way, turning the other way, breathing out, breathing in, look forward, breathe out, breathe in, look back, breathe in, breathe out, look forward, release, forward, fold down, rest. And rest. Forward, fold, and rest. Roll up. Oh, that was good. I am done for now. I got other things I have to accomplish today. Thank you for reviewing and watching my video. Please rewatch and rewatch. You'll get with the flow with this, and you'll get even better at it. And you incorporate that with the other stretches that I'll be doing in my future videos. So that way you can feel better about yourself. This is just the beginning. And thank you. Like and subscribe. And share. Share is the biggest thing. Share it to all your groups, everything like that. Thank you for being a part of this and wanting to learn, wanting to get better, flex, and feel better. This is all about feeling better. Now, since we all got this done, and it took about, 45 minutes maybe, I don't know, an hour. I'll check when I stop the video, and then you can go exercise. Don't do any exercising until you've done a lot of stretching like this. To make yourself feel better, just do what you think is necessary for that day for the for balancing your body, and then get onto the machines and whatever, and swimming and some like CrossFit. It doesn't matter. And you're going to feel so much better afterwards. Don't do a 5 minute stretch. Really, that's not going to do anything for you. Really, it would be really unnecessary to do a 5 minute stretch and hit the machines. Do 30 minutes, do 45 to an hour, and then hit the machines. If you're not, make sure you do these stretches at least twice a week, even if it's not on machine day. You know what I'm saying? No on weight day. But you do the 5 minutes, 10 minutes before a workout. As long as you're doing this twice or 3 times a week, incorporating it into your daily lifestyle, you're going to feel great. And thank you for watching, and happy holidays.